Hello, Prince. I am Box Bandy. This shirt says stronger than the storm. My friend Ellen sent this to me for my birthday to remind me that I am stronger than the storm. The truth of the matter is I'm not stronger, but God is. And God has He has given me this strength. With God is nothing is impossible. I want to thank you for being here today. Today's video will be a little longer than usual, and I pray you will bear with me and be patient because I have a lot of new subscribers on my channel. They don't really know all the backstory. My subscribers have been around for over 7 years, for even since the very beginning doing YouTube. They have heard a lot of my stories about my past, and because that's what my channel is about, my life. I share everything in my life. I'm too transparent and sometimes too open, but for the newcomers, I want to share a little bit of my backstory, and so I will explain why I think Ketovore diet is perfect for me. And so, please, people, if you've been around for years and years, it's too hard to watch long video. If feel free to speed it up. I have had a few people in the last few videos when I get going. It's hard to hear them. Hard for them to hear me stumbling all over the place. They didn't want to hear about my health again. Well, they don't have to watch. They don't have to hear it. They can always stop the video. But those do care about me and do like to watch what I have to say. Please feel free to speed it up, and I thank you if you watch the video through to the end. And if not subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribes. I do have memberships on my channels. Hopefully, just all I can do is sometimes send the video to members first, and then I'll send it to the public. So that's what I do for my members. And so here we go. So I have faced many storms in my life. I am having difficulty to speak today. So for some reason, I have been making a lot of progress. So some days are worse than as others. When I'm tired, especially trying to do videos, working on over and over again all day long, trying to get it right to can make sense. I have a lot of more trouble to speak. Sometimes I have to repeat 5 or 6 times or even 10 times just a phrase. And so that's the way it is. So I wrote down my notes. So even reading the notes are hard because I have aphasia and I have cognitive decline affects my ability to communicate and understand communication. It's kind of like dyslexia. Try to talk or to type or write. So it has been very difficult. When I had the stroke, I was very depressed. I felt I didn't understand why God kept me alive. There were times I thought I might give up, but I always swore I'd never give up, and never would quit. But I didn't. Thank God for the friends has given me. He has given me a couple of very close friends that has helped me get through all this. I'm still trying to recover. It's going to be a while. It's not going to have happen fast or easily. The doctors has not helped me. The doctors have not done anything for me. They have not given me any kind of therapy, and and they never have any answers for me over the years. So okay, so suffice to say, I will. This will take a little longer than usual. So I'm gonna share with you a little of my backstory. I believe it will help my newcomer subscribers to understand where I come from, me, why I do what I do, why I live the way I live, and why am I am making so many changes in my life, because as I want to be healthier, and I want to have happiness for the last 10, 20 years of my life. So I want to have quality life. So I believe if I go to the Ketovore diet, I will explain a little bit more later. But I believe if I stick to it and just do the best I can, I believe I'll have a chance to just do some healing and have some understanding what is going on with me. I don't believe the doctors will ever help me. That's the bottom line. They never have. I took my own health care into my hands because I've done tons of research on Google and YouTube, and it just asks a lot of questions and do the best can with it can. I try to apply the things I learned if I think is appropriate, and I try to run across those things across my doctor. But so when I was a child, I was not that unhealthy. I was a little tiny thing, and I had a lot of I was very accident prone. Had a lot of broken bones and some colds and ear infections, but all the natural diseases that all kids have. And back then we got vaccinated for everything. Not that it ever stopped at anything. So so we worked in the fields. We traveled with the crops. Where there's something to pick, we would win and pick it. So we didn't eat very well. Were very poor and a very dysfunctional family. We ate a lot of food that we actually picked, and eat a lot of surplus commodities that the government give people in hard situations. So even then, I had a sugar addiction. When we were in the fields, at the end of the day, if we met the quota my parents gave us, we were allowed to have a candy bar or a soda pop. Or if it did really good, we could have both. So we always loved the sugar. Could always have homemade cake with lots of frosting for birthdays and special occasions. Mostly we ate a lot of beans and rice and potatoes and vegetables, vegetables, high carb foods with very little nutrition. So we did eat meat, but mostly just hamburger, ground beef, hot dogs, and one dish counts casserole meals. And I don't think I ever had a steak as a kid ever. I would call that the standard American diet. It's abbreviated SAD, SAD. The standard American diet is very high carb, high sugar, lots of processed food, a lot of grains that are not that healthy, or also a lot of seed oils, and then you know just not very healthy. So so even today, as an adult, I have not been eating very good. I just did the best could. I'm on the road. I've been on the road for 8 years, and I did the same thing with my kids, I raised them on the cheapest food I could buy and cheapest meals I can make. One dish meals. That's all it was, but it just was not that healthy. So today, last year, I had a serious stroke, and I knew that I believe I didn't know if I was going to survive, but I thought maybe I could heal from eating right. And I've been watching. I want to get healthy so much, and I believe is it in my hands, and it is really actually not. It's in God's hands if I do my part. So I have always had a lot of health problems as an adult, and especially in the last 8 years, been living as a nomad on the road. So after the stroke, it was very difficult. I've been in so much pain. The doctors could never figure out, can never figure out what's going on with me. They never have any answers. The only answers I ever got that from doctors, they wanted to give me prescription medicine, and for years I was like out my kind of in a brain fog all the time, and I was still in pain no matter what they gave me, no matter what antidepressants, no matter how many pills they gave me. And then they give me something new. Then I had a new problem, new symptom for the medicine. So I just said I'm done with the doctors. The bottom line, in emergency I will, but otherwise I don't believe the doctors have very many answers. I do believe we are what we eat. So it says I'm going to eat healthier, and I see it'll help with my health. And I will say I have had some good progress. Let me tell things that have improved. Yes, I have had some great improvements since I started the Ketovore diet. I call it Ketovore-ish because I'm not very strict. I would call dirty keto, basically, a little more like I buy keto bread sometimes or keto tortillas in the store. Otherwise, I try not to buy anything that are already prepared. But I do miss my bread. I miss a little bit my sweets. So I use artificial sweetener like stevia. I do looking on recipes online for ketovore, and so I try to follow those. But I'm very limited in space and the cooking facilities. Still, I only have right now been working with one burner and a microwave and a little tiny air fryer and a slow cooker. So it's hard to cook really good meals that way. So, but I'm doing okay. So I'll tell you what I have found as far improvements, and I believe going to get better and better. I've had many health problems for many years since I had my stroke last year. I really felt I believe we are what we eat. Even the hospital they give me all that crap like margarine and uh, dyed stuff and powdered coffee creamer with MSG and stuff. And I don't understand. In the school, they don't feed our kids right either. So anyhow, so but I feel we are what we eat, and so I decide I'm gonna eat what I want to be healthy. So I have noticed most of my brain fog has lifted. I'm not nearly as confused as I was after first I had this stroke. So that has lifted quite a bit. I'm still very sensitive to the bright light. Um, I have trouble when we go outside. The light from the direct bright daylight is too much for me. So some of my memories coming back. The short term is pretty bad, but some of them past memories was starting to disappear. But I've noticed it's starting to come back too. my skin is looking much better. I have my color come back. The color is coming back in my skin, and my hair is combing a little easier. I was losing several handfuls of hair every day, every when I comb it. So now, just a little bit, not nearly as bad it was. Some of the inflammation I had, it has eased up. I was in so much pain at night in my lower back, my hips, my legs, and my arms were very numb and tingly. The neuropathy in my feet, the burning and tingling was bad, so that has eased quite a bit. As you know, I had a very lot of pain in my one arm, my left arm, for well over a week. So bad, had to go to the doctor. They never did figure out what caused that. So I don't know. It pretty much is gone. Except I still have numbness, especially when I lay on my sides at night because I can't sleep on back. That pain is pretty much gone. On occasion, when I lay on my arm and get numbness, I get worried about it. But it hasn't come back. So also the blood pressure spikes that was having them. I believe it was caused by the pain. I believe it was caused by pain and anxiety every time they had to go to the doctor. So that's pretty much cleared up. Yeah, I'm so because of that, I have been sleeping a little better, and I was having severe itching all over my body. So I would scratch so much that I caused myself to bleed. I would have little rashes from scratching, and there's no reason in is everything's clean and there are no parasites or nothing, no bugs, no fleas or anything. So that's not what it is. I think it's from my thyroid, or I believe could be from too much sugar stuff. Sugar will cause inflammation and dry skin and itching and things like that. Who knows? So anyhow, I cut all the bad stuff in my diet. I went through my home. I got rid of everything that I should not be eating. So I feel is helping a lot. I believe that I'm going to continue healing. And you want to know what I think? I believe if you have problems with your health, maybe it could have something to do with your diet. So I still do take my supplements over the counter. The few I have cut it out some, but I I have been taking supplements for years because the only prescription medicine I take is my thyroid milk. I leave the thyroxine, and I also take um, Plavix, which a blood thinner, because the doctors want me to keep taking because of the possibility of could have another stroke or I could have blood clot. I don't know. Never seem to be a problem, and that's where I'm at. So yes, I'm making progress, and I've been doing much better since I finally get this little travel trailer to live in. I feel I'm and am improving. I think I may have to. I don't think I can do another summer here in Quartzsite. I'm gonna look for a place. I am looking for a place to move. I would like to have a place I can pull hookups. Because I'm getting told to do everything with my help. I need a place to have sewer, so running water and power. That and can I park my trailer and my truck and have a little yard for Maxie. So that's all I need. So that's my goals are. Never quit dreaming, people. I will never quit dreaming. As long as life, I'm gonna still have dreams, and God will answer me. He has answered all my prayers up to this day. So thank you for watching. Good day. Bye bye.